Hi, welcome to Inspiration Daily for December 21st, 2021. I'm Gina Greenlee of ginagreenlee.com, and today's inspiration is Emilio Castillo, who is the founding member of the R&B group Tower of Power, baby. Here's why I'm inspired. I'm actually inspired by Emilio's father, but more on that later. In 1965, Emilio Castillo took to music after he and his brother Jack were caught stealing by his father, who told him he could stay in his room until he thought of something to, quote, keep him off the street, end quote. Castillo and his brother chose music. Emilio chose saxophone and Jack chose drums. So how did I come by the story of Emilio Castillo? See, this is why I love following the breadcrumbs of inspiration. You never know where it's going to lead, and I deliberately don't have expectations one way or the other. Just like when I decided to do Inspiration Daily beginning in October 5th, 2021, and I will continue for the year daily through October 5th, 2022. I'm making discoveries as I go, and I'll talk more about that in another Inspiration Daily. But see, here's the importance of staying open to what I call the spark of inspiration, and then following those breadcrumbs. I'm needing to get more upper body exercise. As you get older, really beginning in your mid-30s, you start losing muscle mass, and I do a lot of sitting in my day job, and also in writing, and also doing Inspiration Dailies, which I might get more physical in the future, in terms of fitness and exercise. So, and already I'm the act of making Inspiration Dailies inspiring me to think about, well, it's inspiring its own evolution. I'm not even thinking about it with great intent. It's happening organically, which is really why I love inspiration and why I think it's so important to follow the strange pull of what you really love, says the poet Rumi. The Rumi poet. That was funny. So I have weights in my other office, and it's really boring just to sit there with weights, and they're 10-pound weights, and it's just boring, but it needs to be done, and so I spend so much time sitting. I really should use some of that time trying to move. So I said, well, how can I make this more fun? Well, put on some music. And I actually had a blog post, because I have a written blog on my on my website, ginagreenlee.com, and I've been playing with the idea of putting a playlist of what I call happy music that just makes me feel good when sometimes I'm not feeling that good, and it just pumps me up. It's like no matter what I'm feeling, when I put on this music, I'm ready to take on the world. So I looked on the list. I said, let me put on some happy music so I can lift these weights and not be bored out of my nut. And one of the pieces of music on the list is You Ought to Be Having Fun by Tower of Power. Now that came out like in 1970 something. I was a teenager, 1976, 77, something like that. And every time that song came on, I would just get up and do the hustle. My friends got so sick of me. Every time that song came on, they're like, but I love to dance, and I love that song. It just makes me feel very happy. It made me feel very happy 40 some odd years ago, and it makes me feel happy today. So I put that on, and I was like, I'm going to lift these weights to that whole song. And it was good because, I was getting to work these muscles. And I said, you know what? Other than that one song, I don't really know anything about Tower of Power, because I was really kind of a top 40s girl. I didn't really follow particular bands. If you had something in the top 40 and it was, I dug it, then that was it. I didn't go out and buy albums. I was really bought singles, and I do that kind of today, with MP3s. So anywho, I said, let me research Tower of Power, because I really don't know anything about them except for the song. So I researched Tower of Power, and I was like, wow, I just didn't know, and I didn't know that the guy who was flying and leaping all over the stage and doing breakdancing splits while playing a saxophone was Emilio Castillo, and I didn't know that he was the founder of that band, which is amazing. So I went and Googled him up, and I was just really so taken by that, because my father used to say to me, if you're bored, I don't want to hear about you being bored. If you're bored, there's a million things to do. Go in your bedroom and figure something out. And I related to that, what Emilio's father said to him and his brother. So that inspiration is, the power of parenting, clarity and intention in parenting, the healing power of art. Instead of stealing, this man went on to found this incredible band. He's still very much alive. He's only 71 years old, and make incredible music that makes me happy, and I know a lot of other people happy. And art as a life force. It shaped the direction of his life, and it has very much shaped the direction of my life, to what I wear, to what I create, to what I commercialize, to how I live my life, right? Being open to daily inspiration. So Emilio Castillo, the saxophonist and founding member of Tower Power, and I'm going to put in the transcript box. Why can't I remember this? This is like 70 videos I've made, and I cannot remember that thing is called the transcript box. In the transcript box, that space below the video, I'm going to put the link to the Tower of Power song that's on my happy playlist, and it's called You Ought to Be Having Fun. And I hope that just by singing that one line, that YouTube doesn't, I actually sang a line, and YouTube said it was copyright violation. I'm like, oh my God, it's not even like the song. So anyway, I'm not going to sing any more of that song, because I want to, So You Ought to Be Having Fun. Emilio Castillo, founder of the group Tower of Power. And the life force of art, baby, is powerful. It's powerful. Daily practice. Remember, you got to get you an art daily practice.